Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. Dai-chan here. It's time for another batch of Fate memes. We've got about 60 of them today, with another batch coming in the near future. As usual, I source these memes from my Discord, Twitter, and Reddit. I credit them whenever I can, but a lot of these memes wind up being reposted without watermarks. So if you find one of yours here, be sure to comment so we can celebrate your silliness. I'm excited, are you? Let's get to it. So, we're starting off with some hero of justice philosophy. What are the Emiya's opinions on the trolley problem? Obviously, Kiritsugu chooses to save the many over the few, sending the train toward the one poor guy on the track. Shirou, on the other hand, jumps in front of the train, sacrificing himself. Depending on the train, though, that might not be very effective. Instead, you'll be better off finding the jerk tying people to the tracks in the first place. Gotta think outside the box. From Aaron Headbutt, we've got a stealth snacking Saber. Sucker is all, this wasn't in the script. When you realize the Phantom of the Opera might as well be a Pokemon. Let's talk until I fall asleep. What do you like? What about the Holy Grail? Christine. Just wait until he realizes we're not Christine. Until then, we'll just take advantage of his noble phantasm, the burning piano! These noble phantasm memes are always great. Elementary, my dear. It's a bit uncanny seeing humanoid fingers on a kitty, but the attitude is totally there. This is more terrifying than 100-faced Hassan could ever hope to be. Pandemic squad on the loose, except for the guy in the middle who's eating dirt. When you're into pool, but are perpetually prepared for a jousting match. Good show. That's some impressive balance. Speaking of, looks like Gray wants a piece of the action. Rongo? Minyado! Who do you think says it better? Yeah, it's Tsukihime. What you gonna do? Click away? Please don't, it was a joke! You took everything from me! I don't even know who you are. That's what happens when there's trauma and brainwashing at play. So, Shiki, I know you think you're losing your mind, going out at night and killing, but the truth is, there's this other dude named Shiki who killed you as kids, and he's the one committing the murders. If he killed me, why am I alive? Nee-san, we've been over this. Just because someone kills you, that doesn't mean you're dead. Finally, a worthy opponent! Our battle will be legendary. This chair. I really wish this were voiced in the remake. So, just a while back, we had the Rhinez Case Files event, with the famous raid against Barbados. I saw these memes and didn't quite get the hype, until I found out you could farm QP like milk from a cow's teat. Prepare your rulers and casters. We've got work to do. Meanwhile, Barbados is all, why is everyone so festive? Guys? Astray is more than happy to explain. Your motherfucking life ends 24 hours from now. And then it begins. Illya knows what's up. Kaboom? Yes, Illya. Kaboom. I like all the different strategies one can use. Of course, one of those strategies involves pumping Illya with every possible support buff available. Oh, Jesus! It's too much pressure! I wish I had Big Titty Monk. What ho, muscle caster! Might you cast us a spell? Of course, young master. I cast Fist. Barbados is all, wait, what? Boom! And he was never heard from again. Then, when you buff stack her, he'd be like, please stop. And we're all, then stop dropping all that cash, baby. Seriously, I made bank off this guy. Everyone farming Barbados. Okay, so I have this 5-step setup to consistently clear everything. It involves Scotty, Merlin, and Waver. Versus me, all reliable, Bikini Jolter! This is what I did, but to be fair, knocking him out in one turn still required just the right setup. To kill the Demon Lord is up to heroes, but to send them to the Demon Lord, that's up to me. All aboard the Ritsuka Mobile? Whoa, buddy. These Netflix adaptations are getting out of hand. From the director who brought you Cuties. Oh no. My mom watching the Fate series with me. And then there's Prisma Illya looming ominously behind. Yeah, my mom and I did watch Fate together, but not this Fate. Here we have Shokugeki no Illya. It's just like the regular show, except everything is Mapo Tofu. This is our newcomer, Dai-chan. Everyone, please get along with her. Then Ushi's all, her panties are totally exposed. Yeah, like yours aren't. Hey pot, meet kettle. Now, when people complain about skimpy outfits in anime, they often respond by covering characters in generic black underwear. Turns out, that doesn't always work. Ah yes, body condom Jack. Well, when you put it that way, she is dead children. Oh no. When you see that the Master of Chaldea has summoned your Shisho. Well, that's nice. But somehow leveling him up made him stop being an old man. Adios, that ain't my cup of tea. But now, no one will judge you if you want to ask him for mana transfers. Oh. Normally, it's the other way around, and we've got to age people up. I didn't take this picture, but I can confirm this is a thing. Reen's all, back off, this crack's mine. Everyone, my sister is pregnant. Wow, congrats to your sister. And I'm going to be a father. Oh. Incest is bad, y'all. But not when it's just drawings. I don't blame the guy. Excuse me, can I get a BJ? This is one of those ones where if you don't know what the numbers mean, you're probably not old enough for the joke. That said, what the hell's a proper blowjob? There are those who ship Ritsuka with Artoria, others who ship Shirou with Artoria, and me who faps to anything so long as it's got Artoria in it. I mean, yeah, as long as it looks like her and the art style isn't too ridiculous. Speaking of art, mwah! Is this supposed to be the part where Reen attacks Shirou at school? Nah, it couldn't be. She was in her uniform then. Wait, why am I overthinking this? Although, when you take time to analyze art, you may notice things you didn't initially. Like here in the Craft Essence Chaldea Lifesavers. Cursed arm can be found hiding in the pool, scoping out some nightingale underboob. I knew there was a reason his arm was that big. Matahari makes a decent wingman, really. Here, she's trying to convince Chin Liangyu to jump Ritsuka's bones. Something similar happens when Matahari tricks Summer Mordred into a pocky kiss with us. Of course, she could just do the job herself. Rhinez makes a new discovery. So you two put your fluids in the cups, and they still drank it? Yep. Uh-huh. Interesting. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away, I feel a chill all of a sudden. Just look at that menacing face. Everyone at Chaldea be horny. Hey, Okita. I know you're pretty bummed out, but I know what will cheer you up. Mana transfer? Huh? Well, I was going to say Oden, but mana transfer and then Oden. Good to know she's got her priorities straight. Rhinez catches them in the act, and Ritsuka's all, hey, you said never put my dick in crazy. You didn't say anything about Mercury. Now that's what I call a toxic relationship. The most romantic Valentine's card ever. Gay bulg isn't the only bulg I want to hold. It's shortened to the point. Though, wouldn't any bulg be held be a gay bulg? I guess not, technically. Even Reen's getting in on the lewd. While she starts out the series saving Shirou for Sakura's sake, by the end she succumbs to her own vitamin D deficiency. Saber, you should already know exactly what that is. The real question is, where did it come from? But Shirou, why would a mage insist on having command seals here of all places? And was amputation absolutely necessary? Oh, don't worry, it was Shinji's. I suppose he's at least good for something. Oh, me? I play FGO for the deep story. Outstanding gameplay, abstract symbolism, and historical figures. I'm glad to see Fate giving all fans a little something. Ritsuka's all, itadakimasu! And yet she's embarrassed afterward. Huh, even when Astolfo's not a sucker, at least he's got a sucker. When lightning strikes the groin. Give this video a like if you've been there. Clumsy Astolfo. Oopsie! I dropped my magnum condom that I use for my monster dong. I like how Daeon's not enthused, but Ritsuka's all nice. Oh my. You asshole! I gave you the power of the heroes to save the world, not to ravage my rectum! But Skahawk, this is absolutely necessary to save the world. Technically, it's still spear training. The layers of fandom. Knowing FGO because of the mobile game, knowing it because of its anime, knowing it because of Astolfo, then, for the cultured individuals, knowing it because of high-quality hentai, and above all, knowing FGO because of high-quality Astolfo hentai. I'm really curious just how much money this femboy has brought Type Moon over the years. Kane is trying to smear shade on Best Girl, but gets a face full of perfection. I know Canis used to be a guy or whatever, but this is Yuri as hell. All the girls be wearing Hestia's dress, but Artoria is sad she doesn't stretch the ribbon. Aw, that's okay. That just means you can play with the loose bit like a cat. Goddamn hot. And today the world is fucking hot too, by Anastasia. You see, this right here is exactly why I prefer the heat. You don't get this shit in winter. Ah yes, the mana transfer. It's like he's announcing it for a Discovery Channel documentary. It's true though, mana transfers aren't just for servants. Yeah, I beat my wife. I beat his meat. Phrasing there, my dude. Well, at least Astolfo seems to be happy. Good job. Now, this is when the Doge arrives to sentence us to horny jail. But Maeve's got our back. She endorses this behavior, and so do I. Hey kid, that's hell you're walking into. I love how iconic this quote has become. Again, Archer, I don't see what you're complaining about. Looks like Shirou just upgraded to some divine puh, and it's too much for you to handle. What, you gonna run out of mana? Not enough sword to go around? This, on the other hand, I can understand. When the saber faces gather in the kitchen, mercy becomes a pipe dream. This is the cooking game's nightmare mode. Now, this meme's been spreading all over the place in different forms. So far, this is the one I find funniest. Think, Shirou, think! Did you really think I wasn't right, despite being correct? Honestly, that's like Astolfo saying, just because I'm straight, that doesn't mean I won't suck you something fierce. Well, if you really think about it, Archer could have killed Shirou far more easily with the help of Gilga and Kirei. Hip hip hooray, it's Shirou stomping day! When you see how popular you are, but then you realize that you're popular because you're easy to be made fun of. I beg to differ. Isn't Kama popular because she's got that rockin' bod? She comes in 3 forms to fit your taste, after all. That said, when Rio's drawing, any servant can go from smexy to spooky in a heartbeat. I'd watch this horror film. Sure beats seeing people get scared about ghosts. The Devil Joe is a nomadic monster prone to wandering vast distances in search of prey. Its status as a super predator allows it to overtake the territory of any monster that stands in its path. Or so we thought. Yummy! King Protea's running through the forest looking for dino jerky. Who's the real kaiju now, huh, punk? Of course, there are plenty of other ways to defeat one's enemies. In the case of Serenity, all she needs to do is become an idol. When all the men come flocking, she can wipe them all out with friendly handshakes. Of course, this pick probably only works because servants can be resummoned. Otherwise, she couldn't keep a fan base for very long. Fellas, our boy Ku retired and is now a cart driver. Right, we've got this guy, but of course we can't forget about his doppelganger and Goblin Slayer too. In this case, he's all, I'm sick and tired of dying all the time. Let's get an honest job. On that same note, we all know Ku is to Fate as Kenny is to South Park. For those of you who aren't familiar with Higurashi, the other guy is Tomitake, and he usually winds up dead or missing in each timeline. I promise that's not much of a spoiler either. And with that, I've run out of memes to cover today. Again, comment if you find one you made that I wasn't able to credit. What did you all think of this batch? Let me know your favorites in the comments below.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this channel, help me beat the algorithm by liking, commenting, and sharing the video, subscribing to OtakuDaiKun, and, most of all, smashing that notification bell so you don't miss out on all of my anime discussion, lore, or Let's Play content. If you want to support me directly, there are now 3 ways that all provide the same benefits. You can click join here on YouTube, or join Patreon or Subscribestar for access to exclusive vids and early access. As always, celebrate your fandom.